Looks like he brushed the beard today.
Oh,
Today,
you
he didn't
noticed.
brush it last week. Oh, he didn't brush it last
Ah,
week. Wow.
Thank you for noticing.
It's not a natural thing. It's noticeable.
Are you using? Can you do me a favor before? So for my audio, can you use your podcast voice for a minute, Daniel? How was your day?
My day was good.
Okay, maybe I'll raise you up just a tad.
Let me see. I guess I should talk more, right?
Yeah, just
These mini vanilla wafers are fucking delicious, bro. I love them. Can't wait till
That's a
next gen
fucking lie.
vanilla wafers.
Vanilla
Wafers.
Nilla.
They're fucking delicious.
Vanilla wafers.
I have this 150 watt power converter, and it's gonna go in my car so I can plug things in. I don't know. I'm just.
Just love plugging things in, huh?
That's just test audio.
Just test audio. There we go. Plugging things in.
Here, let me do one more test. Welcome to the next episode of VGXL. My name is Daniel, aka Games. Joining again this week is Idiot Ezra from the Idiot Ezra podcast, also known as Ezra.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Hello, and I'm full screen camera this week.
Yes.
Maybe next week I'll put some nice art around me because now I know officially what I got to do.
Exactly. And the dancing Jesus here in the middle is Marvin, also known as Marvin. What's going on, man?
Yeah, you know, I'm here at the Idiot Ezra Studios. You know?
He's live in person.
Yes. Yeah. So we had a couple of things planned to discuss today, but then I completely forgot about the Sony's I guess quote unquote third party state of play. So we'll be diving into that in a little bit. But before that, how was your guys' week? Play anything interesting? Any fun games? I know.
Well,
oh yeah.
You know, I was saving the world this weekend, so I didn't really have much time.
Oh,
but I'm still on the Ghost of Tsushima, Iki Island.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were starting that. How? What do you think so far?
It's alright. It's kind of annoying because they got this thing where you're like poisoned.
Right.
So you see things every once in a while, which is kind of a nuisance, but it's all right.
Yeah, like I said,
I was gonna say, sadly, I haven't played anything this past week, but I've been doing some research on what potential games I will be playing. I was actually interested in looking into was it Killing Floor 2?
Oh
I was
yeah,
looking into that.
I played
Holy
that.
Shit,
Fun
you're
game.
on that one.
I know I'm late. But it's all right. I can't go.
It is an old game.
If people could, if gaming studios could come out with GTA the trilogy, I think I could go back to Killing Floor 2, right?
Yeah,
People,
but
are some people excited about?
Those are world-renowned games. You're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Relax.
Let me tell you something. I give zero fucks about that trilogy and the GTA franchise. I said it here first. I don't care. I never really cared.
You don't know any better. That's all.
I never cared. So, yeah, I'll go back to an older game. Don't bother me. Which they still update to this day. Not add separated fingers and smack $60 on it. But it's okay.
Well, that's an update.
I mean, you know, did they add some story to it, or did they just say, "Hey, here's some color correction"? You know, I've seen better, Photoshop, better touch-ups on Instagram video vixen pictures. I'm just saying. I've seen better. It only took 2 years of development to put some color. You know what? Let's put some contrast, some brightness here, and things of that nature. Let's charge $60 for games we already made. For people that finally turned 18.
No, Killing Floor is good. I still play that with my boys. We've been playing that shit forever. I think around the time it dropped till earlier this year we played. So that's definitely a fun game. And I know you like shooters and shit like that, so you have fun with it. It is old as fuck, but it's all good.
Yeah, I know that. So am I. So no one can play with me now? Shit, I still want to be played with, and I'm old. So is Marvin. You want to be played with, right? You're old.
Certain ways, yes.
Okay, then. So don't be getting on Killing Floor.
It's fine. It's just, the person who's playing with you is just uncultured as fuck. So, for finally.
That's true. I am. When it comes to video games as a whole, I will say the last few years I am uncultured and lacking behind severely.
Just being crushed by the peer pressure.
Get on Warzone.
Damn, so you didn't play shit? I can't imagine a whole week without playing a video game. That's like foreign to me.
I had an adult, man. I actually have a job interview tomorrow. Like, I've been adulting this past week. It's
like
rough.
Doing what?
like getting a job interview, like applying for jobs, hitting my connections.
Couple
I had
hours.
I had to go to a
Baby
christening.
shower. Oh, wait.
Christening this past week. I became
okay.
a godfather. I had football Sunday. Like I got shit to do. Okay.
I just realized how many godchildren do you have?
I don't know why people like. I always pull out for a reason. I don't want really any kids. I lean towards it, but for some reason, you know what? Since Ezra ain't gonna have any, let's give him ours. Okay, let's give him this
Hopefully.
artificial title.
Hopefully they don't all be on like a cruise or a bus together and it just goes down and then you're just godfather.
I come out with
father.
a reality show. Ezra and his 18 godchildren. It's fine. I'll take care of my god kids. Why not?
Actually, you probably get rich out there. You say the tragic story on a GoFundMe and millions.
I wouldn't even do it. I'll do a reality show. Also, I would turn it into, I guess, what is it? Esports studio clan. Like, was it FaZe Clan this past week is going public. They're a $1 billion evaluation. Why not? Well, all my godchildren, I'll have my own studio. Make them all to little streamers.
Idiot clan.
Idiot clan. Thanks a lot.
Pretty good.
Hey, what's going on? Just going with the brand. Oh man.
So what games have you been playing, Daniel?
I finished Far Cry the other day. I enjoyed the story, like very much enjoyed the story the other day when I finished it, and yeah, I had a good time with it. That's all I played. I just freaking focused it down, because if I play anything else, I just fall off. So I mean, that and a little Call of Duty with the boys. Every Monday or Tuesday evening we play. We actually have a whole squad of 6, so we usually try to do some. Yeah.
I know you're jealous.
I wish that was for Overwatch, not for Call of Duty. I have too many people to play with on Call of Duty.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Overwatch would probably be. We usually try to do like something like capture the flag and shit like that, so it's like a full team type thing. Because yeah, that's definitely more fun. But not all of them really play Overwatch. I mean, I'll fuck with Overwatch, but I gotta practice and shit. But yeah, other than that, yeah, but finish that. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I haven't really played a Far Cry, so it's not really saying a whole lot. So I just focused. I thought the story was good, and I thought it ended well. And then it's just crazy because then what you call it? I think it's interesting how when you finish a Ubisoft game like that, they really try hard to keep you in there. So it's like once you beat the game, then it's like insurgent mode, and El Presidente's men take over parts of the island, and you got every week like a weekly event that they have. And I was like, oh shit. So So
since this is your first real Far Cry game, has this made you a fan going forward? Like, would you look forward to a Far Cry 7? Because obviously they probably are going to come. They're like Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
They're just going to keep pumping out. But when they go to space, you'll be there.
Exactly. I would say based on the story, just because, like I said, it's a lot of the same Ubisoft tropes that you've played in every other one. Like I started. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I also started Ghost Recon Breakpoint finally with Pfeffer, and it's almost the same shit. I'm like, but third person now. The story is very similar. It's almost like Far Cry mixed with The Division, and it's the same kind of idea with it's one overall bad guy with all his cronies that you have to take out one by one and do missions. So if the story seems good, I'll go for that. If it's a story I don't care about, then I really don't. Wouldn't get it or wait for a sale or some shit. But yeah.
I feel you. Well, that's good that you finished the game and tried out something new.
Yeah, and then I bought Guardians of the Galaxy. I played about 40 minutes earlier, and
which has been getting a lot of positive reviews all since its release. A lot of 8s, 9s, from a lot of quote unquote analysts, experts on the video game world. Your little test, 40 minutes. How do you feel about it so far?
Exactly what I thought. Like, it's gonna have fun banter. The action's okay so far. It's still the opening scene, so I haven't gotten to the meat of what to expect. But so far, the banter and the little bickering that they do, and the shooting and the fighting it's good for it is what it is. Like I thought it was. Like, I'm sure it's not gonna be anything mind blowing, but it'll be a good time. And so far, that's what it is. It's
yeah, that's what I'm reading. That's supposed to be story driven. I guess the dialogue between the Guardians.
Well, with the it's like it's kind of like Mass Effect, where you can like choose different options as far as like what you say.
Yeah,
what I've seen.
but it doesn't affect the story really.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That was one of the like negatives.
Like, it doesn't really affect the gameplay in some. There's very few instances that it does, but it does.
Honestly, I find that hilarious as like a con,
Right.
because like everything doesn't need to fucking have like this power over the game. Like I would just like to tell Groot like, yo, shut the hell up,
Yeah.
or just go chop some trees.
But overall, it's got, like I said, it's got real positive reviews. So it didn't really affect the game reviews at all.
Well, one of them it did, yeah. Because I was reading, Destructed is one of the ones that I perused, and they gave it a 6.5. I'm like, what the fuck is a 6.5 anyway? Like it was just kind of annoying.
It's above average.
Slightly, I guess.
It's not even above average. That's like just slightly below average.
First of all, I want to say 6.5 is definitely above average. Just want to say that. I'm only speaking facts here. That's all.
Well,
so state of play.
7.5 keeps her happy. So. Nah, but like I said, that was kind of annoying because, like you said, I think it's dumb for like how many games have the fact that it has choices does make it a little interesting. Is it worth replaying the whole game? Probably not. Like the way Dark Pictures Anthology, House of I actually played that. Damn, I played a lot of games this week. I also finished that up with Pfeffer on stream on Saturday, and that. Actually, the choices you make in that shit made me we really want to go back and redo some of those choices because that's what the game is built around. But something like an action game that lets you, it's like, I don't really care. That shit is not a big deal to me. So, as long as it's a fun, I want to come back to it, then that's it. And I'm actually looking forward to playing more and seeing how far the game gets. So far, so good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I like it. So what do you want to move on to next?
But yeah, we can keep following this here. I heard y'all talking about GT. Really don't care about GTA, but it did get announced this week, so I thought that was cool. I thought it looks good enough. One of the reasons I never really went back to playing is because it's just it's old. I played the shit out of them back in the day. I really never felt any reason to go back, so I may or may not go back. Now, you were complaining about that it was $60, but I think aren't they selling them also for individually? I think they're selling them individually as well. Because
I don't know about that. What I do know, that they're doing individually is that you're gonna have I believe the San Andreas one on Game Pass day one, and then you're gonna have like the original part 3 on PS Now a month later.
Exactly.
But other than that, I don't know if they're selling them individually.
That'd be weird if they don't. Yeah.
I mean, it's sold as the trilogy, so I'll be surprised if they do. Honestly,
it's just weird that it's the trilogy, but individual remakes of the games are coming out. Remasters are coming out on, like you said, on the different service. I was like, the fuck.
But both of you love GTA. I'm asking the gauge. Are you going to purchase this or thinking about purchasing this?
Honestly, if I purchase it, it'll be on sale.
Right.
It won't
not
be like
day one.
Day one, I gotta get back into Liberty City.
So both of you are saying, I'm holding off on that. It's a hold right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I just said from the beginning, that's why I said I personally don't care for GTA, but that's always been known amongst my friends. But I want to ask, Marvin is a big GTA guy, and you love GTA also.
Yeah, I've played every single one, yeah.
So
if it was like a remake,
yeah,
probably be different. But it's just a remaster. It's a touch up on graphics and probably an FPS boost or whatever, and an increase in controls.
Exactly, and
update to controls rather.
Yeah.
And then one of them is coming out on fucking San Andreas coming out on Game Pass. So it's like I'll just play that, and that'll probably be good enough for me. I don't know. It's a little bit of a time consuming game, and I really got to be in the mood to play that shit to go back to it. Like maybe not. I don't know. Like I said, a sale's probably good enough, or just whatever comes out on one of the free services. I already have now for another probably like 7-8 months, and I have Game Pass. So yeah, so I'll play whatever comes to those, and that's it. I probably won't invest any further money. Like to play Vice City, I really don't give a shit. Unless I see
Vice City's a classic, right?
It is, but I'm just saying, day one is what I'm saying. I'm not getting it day one.
What?
Random question about GTA. I'm gonna ask you both.
I mean, I just wanted to say
the best GTA in your opinion.
Damn.
Ooh.
Ooh, how about that? You know,
Ooh.
we're 5 games in. Is it 6 or 5 games?
It's 5. There's a
Okay.
couple of spin-offs, but
Which one?
I'd probably
Is-
go Vice City.
damn, it's hard because I don't really remember much of Vice City. I mean, that probably was the one I was most hyped for. I don't know. I liked 4. I think I liked 4 a lot. Like 4 and 5's story wasn't bad to me, but what I liked about 4 is just how well they did New York. So that one I really enjoyed going back to every now and then. And then I like the DLCs. So yeah,
Vice City's 3, right?
That came after 3.
They came after 3. Okay.
yeah.
So, but listen, all I know is I won't be a brokey like I was in Part 5. So I'll be happy at that.
At that, okay, Vice City. All right. You like the warm weather. That's Latin heat.
I gotta
coming out there.
like I said, I gotta go back to Vice City. I know it was short. That's all I remember, and the music was fucking fire. That's what I liked about it too. The music was fire.
And that one had the Ballad of Gay Tony also.
Part 4 did.
That was. Oh wait, no, yeah.
That was Part 4 for sure. Because
Lost in the Dam was
also Part 4.
part.
No,
was
nothing else
also
had
one more.
DLC. Only
Shit.
4 had DLC. That was it. And the real
Okay.
early ones, yeah. Because Pfeffer played. I watched
I think
her.
it was only Part 2 that had the DLC one.
Yeah,
The
like it was
DLC.
London, yeah. Because 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, you could essentially say those were all DLCs because they didn't have numbers and they were made from the same engine. And then 4 came out, and then 5. But 4, that's another reason why I liked it, because I liked when you played Ballad of Gay Tony. I thought it was really awesome how they did things from different angles from the main story. So there's a part in the main story where Nico's shooting at, and somebody's shooting from a tunnel, and you don't ever see who that is. But when you play Ballad of Gay Tony, it's that character, and it was a Dominican cat, which I thought was interesting. That was like, well, you really didn't see any that wasn't like Mexican or whatever in a video game. You hardly saw Spanish, so the fact that they actually got a Dominican guy to play, a main character, I thought was interesting. Even though like, and they had Puerto Ricans from the typical BX Puerto Rican guy in the main story. So that was another reason why I really enjoyed those games.
I was not in the game. I was not. I did not participate in creating and developing the game.
Good sir, you are a mutt. So half of you is in the game. That's about it. But I actually, I actually hope the DLCs are in the remaster. That would actually compel me a little more.
But there's no DLC for 3 or San Andreas or.
Oh no! Wait, fuck! It's 3. Oh yeah, it's 3 Vice City and San Andreas.
Right. That's
No DLC.
Now if they did a 4 remaster with with the DLC, I would probably, that might tempt me, because there's not really a whole lot to remaster. So if they did like a ground up engine remake and left everything the same, I would buy Part 4.
Both of you played. Moving along, did both of you play Returnal? And there's an update 2.0 coming up. Are you guys excited for that?
I already got the platinum, so I'm Gucci.
I have to go back to the game, but I'm like, it just feels mad late. Like that shit. Everybody was crying about that shit in the first, within the month. The fact that it took 7 months, 7 months for this shit to finally drop it just feels like too little, too late. Like I'm happy that they finally added it. Maybe there'll be DLC or something. But it just feels dumb late. So I wasn't really that excited about it, and I really liked. See what that's a misconception about the whole fucking no save state, because once you get to the 3rd stage, you can start from the 3rd stage. You can do a brand new run.
4th stage.
Is the 4th?
Yeah, once you beat the 3rd stage, you can start.
Oh, that's right. But once you unlock those shortcuts, you can jump to the next stage pretty quick. That's what it was. When you get to the 3rd stage, you can jump to it in a couple of minutes. I know there's farming and stuff like that kind of screws you up. But if all you have to do is farm the first level, and you can jump straight to the 3rd stage, and you're probably fine. And then once you beat that, yeah, you're right. Once you beat that, then you can start from the 4th stage. So they split it. They still made it where you got some kind of save point that you only had to do a brand new run for the first 3 stages. So that whole thing was bullshit. Is that nobody got far enough to realize that, and so that whole narrative was just bullshit. So yeah, I never really cared for the whole narrative of it needs a save state and blah blah. I don't think I ever really needed it. I think they just needed to be a little more clear to people or whatever. But
in all honesty, I think that's a game you should try.
It's
Actually,
a game you think I should try.
I
Yeah.
agree.
It's like Twitch shooting, all types of shit in your face. It's a good time.
Oh, maybe I'll look at. I'll watch some videos on it, see what the deal is.
All right, don't worry, I'll game share for you. How about that?
Ooh.
I think like the day they ever release that on PS Plus, if they ever do, is that's like a great PS Plus month. You know what I mean? Like $60-$70 day one, I think was a little bit of a hard sell. And I don't think they should have priced it at that much at the time, but that's what this one of those games. Like, it's a really good on sale game or really good free for the month game. And I think you would like. I think maybe not to the end, maybe, but I think you'll enjoy your time with it. I think it's, especially when you get like a good run.
Both of you are recommending it, so I'm gonna have to definitely take a look at it.
Yeah, because the shooting was definitely dope about it. But yeah, and then the campaign was all right. They had a little bit of story, but as you die, you unlock that. But yeah. Speaking of campaigns, about that Halo Infinite.
I'm happy for that trailer, that Infinite campaign trailer that actually showed gameplay. And anytime I see, any game that drops actual gameplay, it gets my blood going a little bit. That's when it gets me excited. I don't really care about reveals and teasers and cutscenes. Really don't give a shit about that unless the fabric of the game is part of its story or the dialogue. Maybe that will get me a little excited, but usually I don't care for that kind of things. But seeing the gameplay, it did remind me of, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, that it just it brings back like original OG Halo vibes to it in that campaign. Now, we're 2021, right? Do I want something new, or do I want to? I hope there's a mix of both. Some of that OG Halo and something that evolves and pushes the franchise forward. But overall, I did enjoy the trailer.
I think that's what they're going for, though. They wanna bring back that feeling of old school Halo, but it's open world, which we didn't get before. So that'll be what's kind of like
Fresh.
brings it up to
Definitely
modern
new.
time. Yeah.
Marvin?
Honestly, thank you. Honestly, what you said is kind of like the problem that I have with it. Like, it looks like old Halo for the most. Of course, there's some lighting or whatever that brings it up to date a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm like the resident pony here, but what I remember from Halo, like the first 3 at the very least, it was like, hey, graphically impressive, fantastic story, fantastic multiplayer. I couldn't care less for the series because every time I fucking played it, like I played the first 2, and there was always some weapon that was like OD that would just take all the fun out. Like I remember part 1 was the fucking pistol, which just massacring motherfuckers for no reason.
You're talking about the multiplayer, right?
Multiplayer,
They had the metas, yes.
Yeah. And then part 2, I think it was the fucking sword, if I'm not mistaken. It was just some wild.
And then I don't know if it was 3 with the BRs. They had the BRs, the burst.
Yeah.
And it was OP.
Well,
I understand what you're talking about.
but
Yeah.
with this one, it's like it looks simple, and the AI just looks fucking retarded. It looks dumb.
It's 2021. Step your
I was
vocabulary
gonna
up.
say you can't
bro,
say
okay?
that. You're gonna have to bleep that
Watch your
out.
mouth.
My apologies.
And first of all, but Halo was always praised for smart AI, if I remember back in the day. And
I mean, I remember Halo 1, from what I remember playing the storyline, it was like I just run out, light them up, and then if I fucking get hurt, just hide behind a corner, get my shield back up, and I'm good to go.
well, I know, but I'm just saying overall, the AIs usually were pretty smart for Halo back in the day. Like they were. I think they got critically acclaimed for that a few times because the AI wasn't as, they just wasn't putties. You just shoot them and that's it. They go down. They're just in your way until you get to the boss or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Like some of these regular, I guess, putties, I will call them. They were super putties. Like they would dodge. They would gang up on you. They had good aim. I remember them being pretty. There wasn't pushovers, plain and simple.
Okay.
You really had to go behind that rock and get your energy up because you would die. Not like the other games where you can take a few hits and be like, I can still run through this. So hopefully that's still like that.
I don't know. Well, these guys look like
That's just a trailer.
Sub putties.
You're supposed to show Master Chief as like,
Yeah,
you know,
but you
as Master
can't-
Chief.
Listen, you can't drop in between 4 people and just not get your ass lit.
Why not? That's Master Chief, baby. Master Chief.
Stop.
That's what he got to do.
You murder somebody by just punching them in the face, and then nobody else just really bothers to deal with you. Come on now.
You must not play Warzone because I get, for some reason, melees. This is one thing they need to stop at all shooters. Melees needs to stop being stronger than bullets. It's fucking annoying. Really is. I'm over here shooting you in the face, and you come up to me and you pluck me 1 or 2 times, and I'm dead. Like what? What did my 9 bullets to your face do? Anyway, whatever. Let me not rant right here. I'm getting upset.
You'll be all right.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it ain't for me. That's all I can
Well,
say.
you're a
about
pony,
that.
like you said. You're a pony.
It's all right.
What about you, Daniel?
What about me?
Yeah, Halo. What did you think about the trailer?
I don't know. I'm excited for it. I just hope it's good. I'm like 343 hasn't released a good campaign yet, so it's just like I hope the campaign's actually fun to follow. I think the gameplay will be fun.
Right. I thought Part 4 was supposed to have the good campaign and the terrible multiplayer.
I didn't care for the campaign for that's why Cortana was dying or about to die or some shit, and I don't know. It was all right. I mean, it was okay. It just I don't know. And then everyone, all of my friends stopped playing right at Part 4. I don't even know if any of them bought it at the time because I remember finishing the campaign and I never touched the multiplayer. So, and I haven't touched Part 5. Part 5's supposedly wasn't very good because they took out Master Chief. So I don't know. Like you said, I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic for it, but nothing in the gameplay they showed looked any mind blowing. It just looked like, all right, it should be, good to fun enough, like nothing that crazy. I'm looking forward mostly to the multiplayer, seeing how that feels, and I'm hoping for a good story. So, and it'll be on Game Pass, so I really don't care. I don't have to pay money for it.
I feel like everybody, when it comes to this new Halo, everybody just has hope. That's what we're hope.
Right.
I feel like we're in a movie somewhere, and we're just like, it's all about hope here. And this is up with the Halo. It's
I
all
call
about
that the Game Pass effect.
You believe that's the Game Pass effect?
Yeah.
What
You're
is
hoping,
Uh-huh.
You're hoping the game savior comes through and shows that they do have AAA blockbusters coming through.
I think that too. I think this will be the first, like, since I think Outer Worlds was like one of the first games that really felt crazy to just all you had to do was sign up for Game Pass, and even that game wasn't all that great. After finishing it, it was just like, but I kind of agree with that, where it's like especially the bots, that everyone is banking on Halo being like this great game because then it makes Game Pass like now this I think it'll what's the word I'm trying to use? It'll
Propel.
like it'll not justify Game Pass, but I think it'll give it some more clout than what it has, because Game Pass is it's a decent deal or whatever, but I feel like it hasn't really hit its stride yet, and I think Halo's that first game. You know what I mean? Plus, there's no game for the Xbox yet, so that's another thing. There's no Series X, big game that's coming out, so it's like this is supposed to be it, even though it's
Well, no, you got Forza coming out next month.
yeah, you're right.
Well, listen, like I've been beating this dead horse. The last few times we spoke was, Microsoft just hasn't had any bangers the last decade. It's been very far and few with their bangers, and that's the drawback of Microsoft and Xbox is they don't have the exclusives.
Not
It's
for
just
sure.
not there. It's just they have the weakest collection of exclusives out there. But I like the strategy of the last few years of,
You were right on both, by the way.
Huh?
You were right on both, by the way. Excuses and exclusives.
Well, I know Pony, but the point is here, I like the strategy of the last few years of buying these studios, try to get that IP in there and try to get that talent in there and hopefully deliver on those IPs. And also, I like Game Pass. I think it's a good value in itself. I don't know if Halo obviously, if it has strong exclusives on it, it's only gonna bring it up. But to me, how it stands today is a good value. Now it can only bring up its value by dropping bangers like this. But I think even if let's say Game Pass didn't exist, they need Halo to be a banger because they desperately need a fucking banging exclusive. So even if Game Pass did not exist today, if they want to catch up to, you know, the critical acclaim of Nintendo and PlayStation's exclusives, they need to step their game up. Plain and simple. That's what they need to do.
I agree. That's
No matter
what I mean.
what strategy. It don't matter what strategy. They could be, if they want to get to cloud gaming, they want to, you know, continue with the console war, whatever the case may be, you need to have the games to back up what you want to, you know, strategize. Especially
when it's your number one title.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I didn't mean to like forget about Forza. It's just, you know, Forza. I feel like Halo's it's just that's their flagship. Halo's the flagship. You know,
Forza it's a niche. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like Gran Turismo. Yeah, it's a great series or a good game, but it's just a niche following. And
Gran Turismo is the highest selling PlayStation title
of all time.
Of all time.
Is it? Oh wow.
Yes, it's like 80 something million.
Oh wow, I guess I'm wrong about being a niche then, huh?
There's your niche.
But you sure about that one?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would have thought that. That's like that's a $750,000 question on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and no one would pick that. We'd be like, sorry, you're out of you have to use a lifeline on that one. Am I right or wrong on that? Like, who would have thought Gran Turismo?
Yeah, exactly. I did
85 million copies as of April 26th.
Okay, that doesn't tell me it's the number one though. You just said how many copies.
I mean,
that's across. That's from PS1 till now, though, right?
Yeah.
But is it their longest? It's probably their longest one too, though.
Yeah, that's from PlayStation 1.
Okay, so I mean, they have had a head start at a lot of other franchises, right?
Of course.
So,
but,
I mean, that helps.
That's
like that helps. Now, it still doesn't change the fact what you just said is mind blowing, but it's had a huge head start.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, that what do you mean? That helps big time. Is it? Would you still? Would Sony say today Gran Turismo is still our number one property today? Would they say that? I'm gonna ask you that question. Do you think that's their number one property?
I mean, I know now.
Okay, so that's my point. That's my point. That's like no one gives like. It's in the end, it's not their number one. It's not even their top three. Is it their top three today?
It takes too long.
Okay, the last 5 years has it been their top three?
No. The last full-fledged version was on PS3.
All right, so that's just my point.
Wow,
they just got the bullshit version on PS. GT Sport was a bullshit version. Everybody knows.
They gave you the arcade edition.
No, you're talking about 6, right?
No, the online edition.
Wow, so they never came out with one from PS4? I could have sworn.
No, they just came out with GT Sport, but that was more like an eSport / online version.
Yeah, wow. Holy shit. I remember that.
Sony don't even care about them.
Of course they care.
Why
do you think GT Sport came out?
The bullshit version you just said.
I mean, to me, because I frankly didn't care about fucking esports or multiplayer.
All right.
So how about that Uncharted trailer? What you thought about that? It looked pretty like a movie.
I don't know, man. Tom Holland isn't my Nathan Drake. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel, man.
Something about his voice.
I have no problem with him being Drake as much as it did when I heard about it. Mark Wahlberg being Sully completely pisses me the fuck off.
So fucking awful.
That is the ridiculous part here. Why is Sully 45 years old out of nowhere? No cigar. Okay, his dry ass humor. No, I like Mark Wahlberg has come out with some decent movies, but why do
they keep putting him in video game? He was Max Payne, and wasn't that movie trash? Like they just need to stop putting him in fucking video game movies.
Well, let's not put that on. Most video game movies are trash.
Right, but just get fucking Mark Wahlberg out of here.
Let's not act like he made an exception here. Like, he made Max Payne and ruined video game movies. Like, video game movies has been trash before Max Payne and after. But the point is here, he's not Sully.
He's terrible. But honestly, all right, as young Nathan Drake, Tom Holland, I guess is fine. But I don't know, man. I can't deal with it.
I still overall agree that both are miscasted.
Yeah.
I think casting is a little overrated when it comes to TV and movies.
Nah, man, because
this I agree with.
When you see this character so many times in so many games, like you kind of expect somebody to be casted that looks somewhat similar, or that acts somewhat similar. Like even Tom Holland's fucking his comedic timing or whatever the hell he says, it doesn't line up with just regular Nathan Drake dialogue.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm worried about. I don't care about the cast. I want Nathan Drake to be that, that funny asshole that he is. And that's what I hope portrays in the movie. I didn't really see that much in the trailer of that kind of Drake, smart ass Drake. Like how Iron Man was, how Robert Downey Jr. is in some of these movies.
How Nathan Fillion is on that fake movie.
Yeah, I was about to ask about if you guys seen that one, because that felt like fucking, yeah.
Like, that's what I want to see. But overall, I love the production they put behind this. And I saw elements like the money. They put the money behind this movie.
They put the money behind it, but that CGI is looking terrible right now, man.
They try to do, what was it? Was that Uncharted 2 when he was jumping on the containers or whatever?
Yeah, the cargo shit.
Yeah, the cargo stuff.
Yeah.
They did that.
I think that was 3.
Well, they
Wasn't
did that
in the desert.
I thought that was part 2. I thought that was
well, part 2
anyway,
opens with that's the bus,
The
right?
train.
Yeah, the train. Yeah. Okay.
But they try to incorporate that into the movie. I saw that when he was just jumping up. I don't think I watched this in the theaters. I don't think I'll watch it in the theaters. If it goes to a streaming platform like HBO Max or Netflix or something like that, I'll definitely watch it. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not going day one to pay for it. But that's a lot of movies. That, like, nowadays I can't even tell you it was the last movie I went to the theaters for. I really can't. Can you tell me it was the last movie you went to the theaters for? Yeah, exactly. That's my point. It's rough nowadays.
Does the free theater at the resort count?
I mean, I was unvaccinated at that point, so I don't know.
So I guess the general question is here from this trailer. I already said no. Any of you two are going to watch this in the movie theater?
Oh no, I'd rather watch Shang-Chi or whatever that is before I watch that.
Nah, if I get free passes.
If you get free passes. So I think I posted up in the doc is what video game franchise, which dream video game franchise would you like it to be translated into a movie or a series? Do you have any particular franchise in mind? I have one in mind already, but I'll wait till you boys.
What you got, Daniel?
Well, I mean, they're already kind of doing it, and just haven't seen much of it. It was just Metal Gear's probably been the one that I've been waiting for the longest. I don't think they're gonna do it right. I have like no hopes for them doing that movie correctly in any capacity, but I still would love to see that shit done. But yeah, I can't think of anything else.
But would you like that as a movie or a series?
I think movie is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think movie's fine. I don't know if like a long running Metal Gear movie. I don't know.
Marvin's going Gran Turismo. Starring Vin Diesel,
Oh yes.
Gran Turismo. Starring Vin Diesel.
Anyways,
it's all about my cousins.
I mean, it's only gonna be like the 2-part movie, but I think I would actually like to watch a Red Dead Redemption movie.
Ooh, a Western.
Like part two first, obviously, then part 1, and then that's about it.
Well, they can always stretch it out if they want to, but you know what I mean.
I mean, I don't really watch Westerns, but from what I'm aware of, I don't think I've ever seen like bullet time used with Western movies.
Okay.
So I think that would be kind of fire.
Red Dead Redemption. That came out of nowhere. I really thought it was gonna be Gran Turismo. With me, I'm gonna go with, and you said Metal Gear. I think this is 3. Well, I don't know if that one's not a Sony exclusive, but we're gonna talk about 3 Sony games. I'm going with God of War here, and I would love to see that as a series.
As a series, yeah.
I don't want it as a movie because they're gonna be rushed. I want the series to start, when Ares, kills his family.
Well, he's still human.
While he's still human, kills his while he's, this great warrior leading this army, and then Ares comes out while he's working for Ares and all these things of that nature. I want to see it start from then. I would love to see that as a series, and I don't want it to be PG-13. I don't want to see that bullshit. Okay. It better be bloody, nasty, and I want my boy. If you watch Vikings, Loki, I feel like is the perfect God of War cast, but that's just me. Loki from Vikings, God of War, Kratos.
I've never seen Vikings, so I have no idea who the fuck that is.
And if you watch Vikings, you know what I'm talking about. But that's not the point here. I'm going with that franchise, God of War.
I can see, yeah, God of War is a series, yeah, like you said, showing the early days, when he was human, and then like maybe after like season 1 it ends with, or even after season 2 it finally ends with him like dying and the whole shit. Like they could really stretch that shit for a long time.
The reason why I don't think it'll ever happen, it'll be just too expensive to make.
To do well,
I think.
yeah.
Because can you imagine the graphics, the CGI you have to put in there for the monsters and I guess the powers or whatever the case.
I mean, they're about to do The Witcher, and The Witcher's nothing but CGI, and I mean, it's gonna have to eventually be that.
Like the Mandalorian is big money, Witcher's big money. These Disney shows like Loki and things of that nature.
Yeah, all the MCU is.
Those are besides Witcher, those other ones are established properties already. Everyone knows about. Marvel was gonna approve that already because people already consume that content. People already consume Star Wars and Mandalorian. Witcher really took a chance on a video game content and hit it out the park.
Yeah, but it wasn't like oh my god, this brand new game called The Witcher. No, this is a series that
it doesn't matter.
It's still a video game. The last one sold 20-something million at that point.
It don't matter. Video games don't sell as other media content.
Maybe before, but not now. What are you talking about? We've got like 12 Resident Evil movies. How does it not sell?
Because they're not big budget. As a matter of fact, one episode of Witcher probably cost as much as a Resident Evil movie. Okay, those things was going straight to DVD at the end. I swear. No, not really. They were going to the movie theater, but they were making like $10 million. Those things don't cost a lot of.
Those were making tens of millions of dollars, my guy.
I'm talking about the last couple movies. The number.
Even those.
No. and those Resident Evil movies were trash too.
They were
from beginning to end.
But guess what? They were still getting made.
I'm just saying, there was only a few of them. Tomb Raider, the first Tomb Raider made money, right? Well, Angelina Jolie. I think they made a part 2, didn't they?
Yeah. That. Oh, video game movies
and
make,
Resident Evil.
There's a reason why they try all the time, though. They do make some kind of money. It's
because they got no ideas and they know it's a media that's.
I mean, it's a cash grab, but it's like it's fucking.
Come on,
yeah.
Prince of Persia, which I thought was a decent video game movie, never saw part 2.
Yeah, I was kind of sad about that.
That bombed.
That one.
Let's see what else bombed. Well, let's not talk about Mario. That got super bombed.
Max Payne.
Like this. How many movies can you bring up? Silent Hill, the first, was good.
Yeah, the first Silent Hill movie was dope. But then it wasn't the second one trash.
Might be the best video game movie of all time.
Oh yeah, Silent Hill, absolutely. That
might be.
And the first Mortal Kombat movie I thought was done extremely well. Even if it's a little bit cheesy now, I still think it holds up pretty well as a video game movie. And the way it followed the story.
Way better than part 2.
Hell yeah. Oh, I swear, my friends in this is middle school, obviously, we're talking so highly of Annihilation. Oh, and talking about these parts. And so I finally, I was in Blockbuster. We had never had Blockbuster much. My parents finally got one. We go and fucking get the movie, and I was so fucking mad. I was 13, I think, or 14. I finally saw fucking Annihilation. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was so angry.
Wow. I saw it in the movie theaters, right?
Oh my god!
And you know what was the part where I was just fuck this movie all to hell? Was the scene where Shiva comes in for 2 seconds and then gets splattered by a cage falling on top of her.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god! I need to get the hell out.
I think we all had high hopes on this last Mortal Kombat movie too that just came out, and it was decent, but it was.
Yeah.
We needed more. It was lacking. It was sorely lacking on a few areas. I already gave my thoughts on that a while ago, but yeah. There's still gonna be hey, Last of Us is coming out on HBO, right? That's gonna be a series.
Yeah.
Is there a movie or
series,
right? But I can see they'd
be a banger.
But
obviously
they've done that type of thing 1,000 times already, so they have that formula down. So that should be a good show.
What do you mean?
Just like the older guy and the little kid going through.
No, not through the apocalyptic world and all that stuff. They have that. This is called zombie shows. They've done it in many ways, but this time.
And there's even movies.
That's Walking Dead towards the end.
It wasn't HBO though.
I know it wasn't. That's why I said I have hopes for it. It should be a banger, and it looks
I think
like
it's
they're
gonna
putting
be good.
behind it. and the formula has been done.
Exactly.
thousands of
I
times.
think that's the main reason why it's gonna be like fucking amazing, because the formula's been done. You had the source material is good, and it's not gonna be very hard to follow that source material. So I think it's gonna be for sure like they really, and then you got good
HBO though.
actors behind it, yeah, and budgets and all that. So
Well,
I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the actors.
Yeah, but
behind it.
I think they'll
he's
do a
come out
good
with
job.
he's come out with some really good stuff.
I mean, no. What is it? Pedro Pascal?
Yeah, he's come out with
He's a
some
good
bang.
actor, but it's just like it's like fucking Tom Holland. It's the casting. It's
Oh
just like,
yeah,
eh.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Which I
And
wasn't
the
too
girl
like thrilled.
also, the Game of Thrones girl. I'm like, eh.
Yeah, I wasn't
Well, like
too
I said, I
thrilled
don't
either.
think casting is overrated, so that don't really bother me too much.
You're bugging.
It don't really bother me too much. As long as I hear people talk about Hugh Jackman, man, no one can replace him as Wolverine, you know, I don't want to hear shit about casting because he looks nothing like the OG Wolverine, okay? Acts like him, not really much either. Wolverine is hunched over. He's 5'1". He's a grumpy asshole motherfucker. Hugh Jackman is like, he gets a little cranky here and there, and he's 6'4" monster of a man.
He's 6'4".
I don't know. He's a big motherfucker. He's a big
he's not short.
Australian man. He fights too.
Oh, his-
Sound like you have a
the hair
poster in your
makeup-
That's
room.
not Wolverine. Does he look like Wolverine to you?
I don't remember what movie it was, but he did. I don't know
None of them.
I don't know if it was Logan or fucking
None of the movies.
Like what?
He look.
Nah, man. He had the hair with the fuzz. It was looking good.
Yeah.
man.
Okay. Can you imagine Hugh Jackman in that yellow
The yellow and blue shit.
the
with
yellow and blue
stripes?
Spanx on and everything? It's not gonna work. Everyone's
Oh.
gonna be looking at the bulge. Hugh Jackman's bulge.
I don't need him in the yellow and blue.
Oh, that's right. That's
I
not.
just need him to claw people in the face.
That is true. Just claw people in the face.
And it took 18 movies for him to finally do that.
That's the sad part.
Okay, it took him.
That is the real.
He's 6'3"
Miss
for-
Boss Bo- he's
yeah.
6'3".
God damn.
Yeah, Wolverine 6'3". Okay, he's bigger than Colossus. I mean, he's bigger than Cyclops and everything.
Cyclops.
Like nobody wants to step up to Wolverine. The other ones are like, come on, Wolverine, shut up, you little grumpy motherfucker, calm down.
You honestly made me want to watch all of these old X-Men movies to see if like I could realize I ever noticed that this motherfucker is this tall.
6'3".
I mean, how tall is the comic book Wolverine? Is he really that short?
He's like 5 something. He's like 5.
I've what? And
shit.
he's hunched
He
over
is?
like he's like this.
I mean, I know he's always like that. I just think of fucking Marvel's Capcom or whatever.
I mean, I don't want to Google. It came up. We're googling fictional characters' heights. I'm gonna put it in the thing out here in these streets.
He was
He's 5'3".
Oh wow.
He's 5'3".
5'3".
He's almost
and he
fat for
hunches
short.
over.
And he hunches over. So he's always around, your knees.
Wow.
I didn't see Hugh Jackman being an ankle biter. I see OG Wolverine being an ankle. He'll bite some ankles.
I just realized I should call you Wolverine.
I should be nah.
Because you're always near my knees, so preparing yourself.
So yeah, anyone put anything in the chat about their dream franchise? I think we saw Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, and 9 is being stupid.
Wait, why not? You
Live action in a
There's
suit.
been a lot more worse ideas out there. I've seen a movie about a tire before, with telekinesis
They
powers.
made the Emoji movie. That's all that needs to be said.
The Emoji.
Although, a Crash Bandicoot CGI movie.
No,
would be
live
dope.
action. That's what he said. He said a
Oof.
live action Crash Bandicoot. I guess they
Oh,
did Sonic the
Jesus.
Hedgehog, so I mean, I guess they could do it.
You know what a bad God of War would be? Like Hercules from the 90s. Can
Oh,
you imagine
Kevin
if
Sorbo?
they made God of War into like Hercules or Xena? I'll still watch it. I'll tell you that right now.
The UPN 9 Saturday at 2
UPN,
o'clock.
UPN 9's God of War.
Damn, I think I want this now. Oh shit, I think I want that.
Be a hitter. It'll be a hitter, baby.
I hate you.
Hey,
dog.
why you don't want to watch the UPN?
Old Kevin Sorbo could be
Shit,
freaking the broken
yeah.
Kratos.
We need to stop this. He could be the Hercules that Kratos murders.
Gene Hackman is Kratos.
Oh
That's it.
shit.
I'm just saying.
Ghost
so we got
Recon?
Ghost Recon. Ooh, Wildlands. Another-
Standard
Wildlands
action.
was better. Seems better than Breakpoint. So I could
And
say
the thing
yes
is,
to
how many Tom Clancy movies have been movies already? I mean, there's been a ton of movies of Tom Clancy, so the formula's there, the recipe's there, so that might be a pretty good one too, as long as it's rated R. I want all these things to be. I want Crash Bandicoot to be rated R.
You're a pervert.
I'm just saying.
that.
It's just my opinion. I want all movies to be rated R.
Oh shit.
A lot of these PG-13 action movies be pissing me off, but whatever. That's just me. Okay. This Boss Monkeys.
Oh yeah, you can stay on the podcast because you agreed with her.
Got the thumbs up.
She's part of the VGXL behind the scenes team.
We got another good action movie suggestion. Battlefield Bad Company.
Yeah, I ain't seen that.
I never played. So that has the Bad Company has a story. I don't really know much about it.
Damn, I played it a long ass time. Yeah, it was just a crew of guys, but I don't remember it too much.
It's gonna be some bad blood.
They had like 1 or 2 games, if I'm not.
You could definitely put Steven Seagal on that. That's fine.
Fuck out of here, Steven Seagal.
You're a hater. My man never takes a hit.
Hell yeah, I'm a hater.
He's the man. I guess we can move along to the next subject.
Yeah, because we're running out of time here. So before we make this 2 hours, what you call it? So Sony had their state of play today. They said third party, and it's far from third party, but we can go over some of the stuff they want.
No, it's third party. They just didn't say indie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, you're right. They're third party. But yeah, because fucking. I guess
so
they
what
had
are your initial thoughts?
They had a Square in there. I mean, overall, I stopped getting excited for it. If it's not like a first party like like a big one like that.
One.
Yeah, like I already know what to expect. They've been doing this shit for a while. Like there's just I don't even see why people get upset at it anymore. They don't want State of Plays to have indie games. Pretty much. That's what people cry about lately. And I'm like, they always do though. And it's like this past year was indies and Deathloop. So it's like now we don't have Deathloop, so now it's just indies and I don't know. What you thought, Marvin?
Well, any of the games though? Did you enjoy any of the games that you saw?
Is there anything you're looking forward to?
Well, I was just gonna go through them, but I mean, out of everything that they mentioned, the Star Ocean looked the Square. So I'm a Star Ocean fan. I've been playing them since the PS1 when Second Story came out. That First Class Trouble actually looked alright. Looks like another fucking what's that Among Us type game. So it just looked fun for like playing with people. And what was the last one they showed? Oh, the devil and the devil. Yeah, that's it. Everything else was like. I don't know what Death Verse. What is that? Is that a fucking
Death's Door?
No, Death Verse. The first one they showed.
Oh, that's the first game. Yes.
Oh.
Is that a battle royale? That's what it looks like.
Looks like it.
That's what I thought. I'm the casual here. Hello, everyone. My name is Ezra. I'm the casual here. And we got the pony, and we got Dan. I don't know, Daniel. He doesn't really stake a claim on any fanboyism.
We'll call him a bot in the meantime.
Video games bot? Nah. I'm a video game optimist. I like everything.
X in his name like Xbox, so he's
got an X because he's got an X in his name.
Sure.
But I'm the casual here, and I wrote notes for every trailer that I saw here, and I want you guys to correct me if I'm wrong because I'm probably wrong, but usually I'm never. Not, but anyway, that's not the point here. When you said, what was that? Among Us, that fake Among Us?
First Class Trouble.
First Class Trouble. I wrote in my notes, Among Us, Mad Men edition, and I said that's a no for me. But am I right? I'm accurate. I was completely accurate by calling him Among Us Mad Men.
I'm not mad at it.
Accurate. Yep.
Now, when you said Ocean Star, that you're Star Ocean. Ocean Star. Okay, that featuring Aquaman.
Ocean Star.
Star Ocean. To me, it looked like a Monster Hunter clone. Am I right or wrong about that?
Probably wrong about the way, because the way Monster Hunter plays is more of an action game. Like I mean, it's an action RPG. Don't get me wrong, and it probably has a similar things to. But Monster Hunter, I mean, the only way it's a clone is just the fact, it's an open area and you go and you attack stuff. But I mean, you can call almost anything like that. So the reason I say it seems more like your typical action RPG, like a Tales
Final
series,
Fantasy 7.
or even closer to the Final Fantasy 7, yeah. Whereas Monster Hunter is more like, think almost closer to like a Dark Souls or a Zelda, the newest Zelda. Like you go, you go to a field, there's a monster, and you start, attacking. It's more maneuvers and rolling and dodging. Where that's more like, I don't know, RPG-ish.
Okay, I hear you. I put a maybe on that. Starverse, I thought the same thing. I put on my notes here. It gave me BR vibes, battle royale vibes. But then I did a little research. The only game I did research on, it's a arena battle game. That's what they call it, a battle arena game. And so then it kind of reminded me of like old school Power Stone or something like that. But it's like a PvP game that they're gonna do. Well, Deathverse. So that really did get me interested in. I did like the finishers that I saw in the trailer, and I like melee action games. So I was happy on that. The We Are OFC, I think it's a music game. Because they were talking about there's a band and they were talking about they're coming out with their album or something like that.
Do a music video and whatnot.
Yeah, I thought it was funny, but I have zero interest in music games.
I don't think it's a music game because they didn't show any actual music things. Like
they didn't show any gameplay, but they're talking about how you play the music video.
Because it's like, oh well, maybe because it seems
songs.
like it's like a story. It's just story because it's how their band came together and shit. And send text messages and talk and make choices, and I don't know. It was I'm not really interested in that either.
I just thought it was funny. Like the trailer was funny. That the person that was doing the voiceover for the band thought it was funny. I thought the dialogue was interesting, but once I heard they're like, we're gonna do our 5 tracks from our thing, I was like, okay, I'm lost here. I'm done. See you later. Bug Snack, get the fuck out of here. Moving on. Five Nights at Freddy. I thought the production was good. I thought the music was good. I thought the tone of a scary, game was good. But I don't give a shit about scary games like that. So that's a no for me. King of Fighters 15. I grew up on fighting games, and that's an automatic yes for me because I just love fighting games. I just hope they don't make it casual, like 2 buttons to do combos. Like that's stupid to me. That's what's ruining fighting games for me the last half a decade or whatever. What was the other one? This one did look interesting to me. Kart Rider Drift obviously looks like a Mario Kart clone here, but as long as they price it right and they give me a true online experience, I'm all in. I'm all in because I'm not gonna go on my Switch to deal with half-ass online capabilities and things of that nature. If I could talk to someone, talk to the right. I know they're not gonna do that because they probably want to get rid of the toxic world of online gaming. But if I could talk shit to the person that's next to me online, that'll be pretty sweet. But that looked interesting to me, and I thought they saved the best for last. Little Devil Inside looks like a beautiful survival RPG game. The only thing that pisses me off about Little Devil Inside, I don't like non-audio conversation. You know how they do the text conversation in that?
Yeah.
During the game, I hate that kind
gibberish,
of thing. But overall, that game did look fresh, beautiful, and I'm very interested in that one.
All right. Well, I mean, out of all those games, the only one I was really interested in was the Bug Snacks DLC. I actually did play Bug Snacks since it was free on PS Plus at launch, just to dick around with it, and it was all right. I mean, I was slightly short of the platinum, actually, but I don't know if I'll jump back into it, but maybe, who knows. Dev's Door I already beat. First Class Trouble. I don't know if you could do the if you could get the same as Among Us. You know what I mean? Because the whole thing with Among Us is you can see in the rooms, even though you're not in the room.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, since it's 3D, you can't see through the freaking walls. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna go. But
I mean, that's not the first of its kind of 3D because they have another game like that.
As long as they get the interaction between the players, right? And I guess the selective, the voting or something. If you can make that interactive and get that down right, I think it could be a hit. Because obviously, Among Us was this cute little game that blew up because of this interaction, right? Because, if it's, I don't know necessarily about its gameplay, but the interaction among the players, things of that nature.
Well, yeah, it's like ease of use, ease of like like getting to it since it was on mobile as well. Is what made that sorry, this honking outside. But the ease of use on that I think was and can't get the right words, but the ease of access I think is what made Among Us blow up. Something like this, it'll probably be successful. I don't know about blowing up though. Those are
I think you're right about the ease of use. Like if you play online, a lot of casuals will be like, hey, this game was $5 if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And
free on
the
others.
Use of it, like people that are not gamers will play Among Us. That's I thought
right.
But I mean, it's gonna be free on PS Plus, so they can find an audience. So who knows?
If it's free, I'll definitely give it a try.
Yeah, I thought that was I thought that's right. That the fact that it was free, when it mentioned that, I was like, that's a big deal. The fact that it's gonna be free day one in a few days is a big deal. So yeah, that's definitely gonna give it its jump if it does take off or whatever.
Yeah. Little Devil Inside was pretty much the only other one that I was actually interested in. I was interested in it since like last year's showing, where I had like the dude on the toilet in the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy.
But it's good to see where it's at right now. I mean, I still haven't seen. I'd like to see more of the combat besides like the skulls that were surrounding him. But I'm still waiting for it.
I just love how it looked. That's what got me interested in just how beautiful it was.
Yeah, so definitely a gorgeous game.
So has this really been negatively, received, state of play?
So yeah, so
Yes.
it anytime there's not a big reveal, a big release, or anything like that, it's gonna get shit. I love, like I said, I have I love to go on Twitter or even the comments of the on YouTube, and like the first comment that has like 1,000 likes on it was like, that moment where they, where there's a staff meeting that could have all been an email. You know what I mean? Like pretty much like everyone gets mad that they even do state of plays with this with indies at all. Everyone has like this whole like, and I thought what you said off screen before, Marvin, is a great point. That it's like indies aren't necessarily bad. Just it'd be nice if we saw like really good ones. And I mean these were okay, but even if they're decent looking indie games, there's always that fucking loud ass minority that's gonna be bitching in the comments and crying, and because there was and then you have all the people who didn't realize it wasn't gonna be anything first party, so they're like, oh, where's Wolverine? I'm like, Wolverine just got announced. Like, you really thought they were gonna have anything coming up with Wolverine when that shit just got announced? So like, just the ridiculousness. But yeah, like the vocal, anyone vocal about it is all negative shit, like the majority.
Well, you still got like this rando group of people that are like, hey, Sony's gonna announce Silent Hill any day now.
Oh yeah.
Or fucking the next Metal Gear Solid.
My thing is this. It's not like, now I could understand that sentiment if this was like a 3-hour production presentation, things like that. When I was looking for it, I never even knew State of Play existed, right? Once again, the casual here. So when I looked for it, I see the video was only 27 minutes long or whatever the case may be, or 30 minutes long. I had to go fast forward 15 minutes in until they started showing trailers.
Yeah, it was a 20-minute.
So the thing is really like 15, 20 minutes long. And
I think it was like 22.
And they just showed these games. That's it. Like, they didn't show it wasn't a big production behind it. So I don't know. I don't get the deal. It's just to me a long trailer for multiple games. It wasn't this whole, I don't think Sony is picturing it or selling it as this huge reveals here. This is where we're gonna announce all the biggies and all that. So I don't know why you expect that.
Besides their like game specific state of plays, it's always been a whole bunch of indies, and then every once in a while it'll be like, hey, let's catch up on stuff that we showed you before and see where it's at now.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's it. But like, if the show doesn't show at least like 4 AAA games, it's ass.
Yep.
Automatic.
But yeah, but I'm pushing back on this to all the people that think it's ass. It's not sold to be, oh, we're dropping. This is not.
Bombs.
This is not our, press conference of this is what we're dropping for the. This is not our forecast. This is of the year or anything like that.
Listen, people want their 22-minute E3s every single time.
And another thing that people are forgetting is that Game Awards, which is just a big trailer show with awards in the middle of it, is coming in a month. So in a month and change. So they're not gonna show nothing right now, especially with Game Awards right around the corner. So that's where there's a big turnout for that. So that's where we're gonna see the big reveals, the things that are coming up. But I'm sure Keeling handles that and curates that shit from now. Like that shit's probably already ready with a lot of the these publishers. Like this is what you're gonna show at the Game Awards. So there was no way this was gonna be anything bigger than what we saw today. That's why I don't even understand why people got mad. But on the other end of that, it is kind of Sony's fault. Nintendo tells you this when they do a Nintendo Direct. This is going to be on indie games, and this, they just need to be honest. I mean, if they care, I don't think they give a shit that people get upset.
They were honest. They just didn't say, "Hey, it's indie focused."
That's true.
But
that's what I mean.
Third-party games.
No, exactly. They should just say what it is, though. Like, I mean, again, it should is really. I think the wrong word. I guess if they wanted to not have people be upset or whatever, or not have any kind of backlash in the comment sections of anything, then it would be smart to say this is indies with a couple of third parties, whatever.
My thing is, if you're a veteran of the video game space, of knowing or enjoy these type of things, I feel like you should have knew what the deal was.
Right.
Me, the casual, never knew State of Play existed. A person that doesn't give a shit about these kind of things, gives absolutely zero stock into these kind of things. Saw it, fast forwarded to it started, and it didn't bother me. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like, hey, I didn't see any big games. I don't know anything about the third party stuff or being indie stuff. Like I said, I know nothing about nothing, and it didn't bother me. And I took it as, all right, they're just showing some things, the production showed me this is not what it's supposed to be, like big games or anything like that. So I don't know, whatever. If you're a veteran in the game space and you're upset, Ezra says, go fuck yourself, because you should have known better.
No, pretty much go fuck yourself, because it's like, come on. They've been doing this shit for a minute, especially since COVID broke and things have slowed down and things have gotten pushed back. Like, what the fuck do you expect? Like,
don't get nasty, Dan.
So it's like...
You're supposed to be the professional one here.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
It's like, seriously, what the fuck do you expect? Like, when it's like once they said, oh, third party, and that's all they said, I was like, this is going to be an indie showcase. Like, and it's like, come on. Like, which again, I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as it's perfectly fine.
And indies deserve some love. Third parties deserve some love. If you want original IPs, which the only ones that's really giving you that is third party indies and taking a chance on different kind of gameplay, that is third party and that is indie. Those are the ones that's going to take creative chances out here. Sony already told you too. We're only focusing on the big stuff. That's all we want here.
I mean, they said they were going to focus more, but they weren't going to just flat leave it.
I know, but I'm just saying, but that's what they told you. This is what we're going to focus on. And that's what movies are doing. That's why you continue to get Fast and Furious 27 and about his family. And you're going to get Marvel stuff until, end of time. You'll get, remake of Fantastic Four 28. It's just the way it is. These companies are just going to focus on the big stuff and things of that nature. The ones that's going to push the envelope are the smaller companies.
Exactly. AA indies and AA's are literally keeping the video game industry, I think, afloat, in my opinion, where
just keep it fresh.
There you go. Exactly, because it really is stale. It's like, and it sucks because it's like everyone shits on indies, but y'all don't realize that a lot of the big guys get their ideas and flesh out some of the ideas that indies and AA's bring on. So
preach on, brother, man. Preach on. Let them know you are correct.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't for me for the most part, but
which is
okay though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you mad? Are you angry? Yeah. Are you upset?
No.
Do you punch walls?
No, but what I was gonna say was like, overall though, like for the most part, they were looking good. Like Little Devil Inside was looking good. King of Fighters was looking good. Death's Door, for some odd reason, it feels like it looks better on the console port than it does on my goddamn PC for some reason.
It's because you're a pony. You see it on the PlayStation, like, oh man, look how great it looks on PlayStation.
Listen, I got a 4K display with a 2080 fucking overclocked, and I was like, wow, that looks pretty fucking good.
Oh shit.
I don't know why, but yeah. So I mean, at least it looked good. It wasn't for me, but at least it looked good. Especially Five Nights at Freddy's. Like if you look at the first Five Nights at Freddy's game, and then you look at this shit, you're like, oh my god, what the fuck? It's like the first Five Nights at Freddy's game was like the prehistoric era. Like motherfuckers were making the game by banging two rocks together to make the fucking graphic.
They had no technology, no fire, no wheels.
You look at this shit now, you're like, oh wow, there's some money behind this now.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is looking type good.
Yep.
Overall, I was happy with it. You know, I see three strong games that I'm looking at: Deathverse, Little Devil Inside, and King of Fighters. I would not consider that indie for myself, but
remember, it's a third party. It's not an indie showcase.
Yeah, I know. It's a third, whatever. Third party. I don't, for some reason, I feel like it was the odd one. I don't like, King of Fighters. Like that's a franchise people know.
That was pretty good though. I mean, not GOATY, but it's up there as far as good.
Oh, okay, but nah, it's not for me. King of Fighters. Those are my three.
Bug Snacks and Little Devil Inside. That's about it for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a win if you walked away interested in anything, right? So it's like if there's a couple of things that had you interested, I think that's a win right there. There's nothing really to complain about because every showcase is gonna have shit you really don't give a fuck. Even if it's all AAA, there's gonna be that one game you're just like, I don't give a fuck about that. So the fact that we have more than one, I think, right? All of us have at least more than one right now of a game we're interested in. I think that's a win. And even seeing Star Ocean actually got me kind of hyped because I've been playing that shit since forever. Like I played like I said, I played a bunch of them. So
been playing that Monster Hunter clone for a while.
It's not a Monster Hunter
Nowhere
clone.
near Monster
Yeah, it's not. You could say maybe Tails or something, but not a Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter 6.0.
I think I need you to play Monster Hunter before you start speaking on
I know.
First.
Listen, I know I'm wrong here, but I don't care. Ocean Star over here, okay?
Ocean
Which they need to
Star.
change the name. Like Star Ocean. Does that have to do anything with the ocean?
The space,
No,
Star
okay, cool.
Ocean, the space.
Oh, space. Okay.
Yes. Not the
Okay. No actual ocean.
no actual ocean, but an ocean of stars in
Ocean
space.
okay. Ocean Star.
And that's what it has.
You're one of those guys, huh?
I am.
Okay.
I told you I'm the casual, so I gotta act the part.
Okay.
Not playing Monster Hunter. Maybe I will. I'll play the original Monster Hunter. Then maybe I'll try it.
Original
You need to play some
PS2
Returnal first.
Huh? I actually purchased Monster Hunter for PS4.
Oh,
So
world.
I do have it. So we can play. You got it too?
Yeah. Hell
A
yeah.
PlayStation?
Oh, we gonna
Can we play three players?
Yeah.
Oh, we should. You know what? We need to do that. As you know, if we're gonna move along together, we should play together. There's no answer there.
That sounds so dirty. You just said it. I don't like the way you said it.
It's
I
funny
know,
how
right?
you guys. It's funny how you guys act off podcast. All right, this is how you guys want to act. All right,
Listen,
no problem.
I am the consummate
Okay.
gentleman in real
We
life.
could
I
play.
don't know what you're talking about.
Let's wait till. Why don't you buy? I think you should just go buy Rise. Then we play that. Rise is a superior game.
Rise.
Monster Hunter
Okay.
Rise, the one that came out for Switch, is coming out for PC
Oh, okay,
in,
okay.
in January. Only because
Okay.
World is a pain in the fucking ass, but because you have to wait for the person to see the cutscene. So it's like, are you seen the cutscene yet? You seen the
Seen the
cut? You saw it?
Started?
Okay, let me jump in. Like that, you gotta
Okay.
wait. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I'd rather just wait. But yes, Monster Hunter, I'm always down for that shit though.
Okay, cool. All right.
Be mad feed.
I'm gonna be garbage, but it's all right.
Level one ass motherfuckers.
Oh, but if you do jump in now on World, they have because Iceborne came out, they give you a overpowered gear set so you can fly through the base game, so you can go to the expansion.
I don't cheat.
It's trust me,
I don't cheat.
it's a long fucking game. The base game easy, I put 200 hours into, just
I don't
playing
cheat.
through it.
What?
Oh yeah, you didn't. You didn't put that many hours in?
I haven't even opened the fucking game.
Oh, you never play Monster Hunter?
That's
I mean,
deep in the fucking backlog.
yo, it's
right
all
there next to fucking Far Cry's.
if you never played it,
Cries.
you should totally play it. You should. I thought it was crack. You just got to find your weapon. We could talk about this forever, but yeah, because the way the game works is just you pick your weapon and that's what you continue to level up and so or whatever. And
Before
each
you end the
weapon-
podcast, I want to know: do I play World or Rise?
because you own it, I say go start Rise. I mean World, but I'm not gonna jump in with you until you're like.
No, I like to play with others. I don't like playing by
Then
myself.
you and Marvin should play at least the first few hours. Play first few hours together before I jump in. Yeah, play World. If since you own it, yes, I highly recommend playing World. It'll give you an idea of what to do in Rise.
We got to schedule this
Well,
play date,
you
Marvin.
keep lying that you don't see me online, so I don't know.
You definitely. Okay, whatever. I'm not
Yeah.
going to get into this.
Yeah,
I know I'm
play
online.
World.
You guys are both I guess both of you will be excellent in First Class Trouble because you're both liars. Okay, this is how you want to act on podcast. I don't trust either of you.
Sir.
Tell me anything in First Class
Sir.
Trouble. I don't believe you.
Sir,
I'm telling you right now.
sir, you have hazel eyes, the known color of liars. Fuck out of here.
How am I a liar? What did I lie about?
You want to act different when I say I want to play with you guys. Exactly. So silent. Silent.
It's because you're a dirtbag.
Oh man.
Oh,
So yes, that was a
lovely
great episode. I forgot to mention in the beginning, if you're not following us or me or Ezra, you can follow me at Video Games X Life on Twitter or at VGXL Podcast, or where we can follow you at Ezra.
You can follow me on Twitter and on Twitch at Idiot Ezra, and I'll be there waiting for you for contact.
And when
Marvin?
yeah,
You can start an argument with me for no apparent reason at LGumby7 on Twitter.
And you can
And if you want to curse me out, you can curse me out at Idiot Ezra on Twitter.
and also you can listen to me and Marvin's weekly lives, so talking about our lives or whatever randomness on our podcast, Idiot Ezra Podcast, and we'll be dropping a new episode this week.
Indeed.
all right. Yeah, when you guys recording? You said this week. When? Tomorrow?
Probably tomorrow night. We usually do Thursday nights. I
Oh.
have to get my but in fact, Halloween's this weekend. We didn't talk
Yeah.
anything Halloween related. I guess we'll save that for the next episode, like what we dressed up as or things of that nature.
I still haven't ordered my costume yet. Holy shit.
I'm gonna. I have a costume, but I'll send you pictures.
Oh, now you see when we get off the pod. Now you want to send me pictures. You see what I mean?
What?
I hope that was caught. I hope that was recorded. I hope that's saved into the podcast.
I'll send you some pictures.
Send me those pictures.
All right. Well, that's it from us here. Oh, everything. Well, thank you everybody for listening. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Buenos nachos.
Toodles.